At school, there are whispers about a locker no one dares to touch. They say it's cursed. That sometimes things reach out from it. Nobody believed it, until today. It was just another ordinary day at Harrison High. The hallways buzzed with chatter, lockers slamming, and the occasional squeak of sneakers on polished floors. Most students were too busy talking about homework, games, or weekend plans to notice anything unusual, except for Bobby. Bobby was late for class, weaving through the crowded hallway, backpack bouncing against his shoulders. He was tired, annoyed, wishing the morning would just end. And then he heard it, a sudden, loud bang echoing from the far end of the hall. He froze. Every other locker had its usual clatter, but this was different. The sound came from a locker he'd never noticed before. It was old, scratched, painted a dull gray. The nameplate hung crookedly, letters faded. As Bobby walked closer, a chill ran down his spine. Something felt wrong. Curiosity, or maybe stupidity, pushed him forward. He reached for the handle, fingers trembling as he twisted the lock. Nothing. Just the empty, dark interior staring back at him. A cold draft brushed his face, but the hallway was busy, and no one seemed to notice. Bobby shook his head and let out a nervous laugh. Just an old locker, he muttered, closing it with a soft click. Then, the air changed. The chatter became distant, muffled, like he was underwater. His stomach twisted. He felt watched. Before he could react, the locker door slammed open violently behind him, and a pale, skeletal hand shot out, groping, stretching. Desperate, Bobby spun around, hard hammering. The hand vanished as quickly as it appeared. The hallway looked normal again, students laughing, lockers clanging, but Bobby knew what he'd seen. His legs refused to move. He was frozen, staring at the cursed locker. Then he noticed tiny scratches, fingernail marks, scraping the metal from inside. A whisper hissed. "Don't leave me." Bobby stumbled back. The hall felt colder. His breath came in short, sharp gasps. No one saw him. No one noticed, but the voice. It was real. That night, Bobby couldn't sleep. Images of the hand, the scratches, and the whispering voice flashed behind his eyelids. He tried to convince himself it was imagination, stress, or the school's old rumors, but deep down, he knew something was trapped inside that locker. The next day, he returned. Determined. Maybe it was just a prank. Maybe he was overreacting. The hall was quiet. Most students were in class. Sunlight streamed through the windows, casting long, eerie shadows. Bobby approached the locker again, stomach tight with dread. The handle was ice cold. Colder than metal should ever be. He hesitated. Then pulled. Nothing. But when he looked inside, darkness swallowed the light, a shadow deeper than the hall itself. Bobby's reflection in the metal seemed wrong. Hollow eyes stared back at him. The locker door slammed behind him. Then he heard it again. "Don't leave me," louder this time. Closer. Behind him. Bobby turned, and froze. The pale hand clawed through the locker, fingers long and thin, nails jagged. A ghostly face, eyes black as coal, pressed against the metal. He screamed, tripping backward. The locker slammed with a deafening bang. From that day on, the locker gained a terrifying reputation. Students avoided it. Teachers said nothing. Administration pretended not to notice. But Bobby knew the truth. Every night, he dreamed of the hand, the black eyes, the whisper. He began noticing things in the hall, scratches on other lockers, cold drafts brushing past, shadows moving where none should exist. One afternoon, Bobby's best friend Leela dared him to confront it again. She didn't believe him at first, but the spreading rumors piqued her curiosity. Together, they approached the locker, dread thick in the air. Bobby's hand shook as he unlocked it. Inside, nothing, or so it seemed. Then the locker rattled violently. Leela screamed. The pale hand shot out, icy cold, grabbing Bobby's wrist, pulling him toward the abyss inside. He fought, screaming, but the locker seemed to pull him forward with unnatural strength. "Help!" Leela shouted. The lights flickered. A guttural moan filled the hall. The hand retreated, but Bobby saw the shadowy face staring, eyes wide, mouth moving silently, pleading, trapped, angry. He pulled free, slammed the locker shut, and backed away. Leela grabbed him. They ran down the hall, gasping, hearts hammering. Behind them, the locker door creaked, as if breathing. After that day, Bobby never approached the locker again. But sometimes, when the hallways are empty and wind whistles through the cracks in the building, he hears it, a faint, desperate whisper. "Don't leave me." Deep down, he knows it's no prank. No imagination. Something is trapped in that locker. Something that wants out. If this gave you chills, imagine what else is hiding in your school. Subscribe now for more terrifying true stories and cursed places. Because the next locker might be closer than you think.